Well, hello, everyone. Welcome. We're going to give it a few minutes to let them roll that beautiful bean footage, and we'll get right into things. We are going to do a little snack tonight. We're doing a little snack. So let's let them roll that beautiful bean footage. I hope everybody is doing well. If you're watching this on the replay, you know how we do. Hashtag replay. Let us know what you're working on. And we're about to get started. Hey, everybody. Hey. I like how dark it makes my house. Like it's gloomy. I have like 3 different lights on and it still looks like I'm living in a dungeon. Hello, everybody. Hello. What's up, Tina? What's up, Kitty Diggs? What's up, the Diamond Lady? What's up, Deborah? What's up, Jill? Becky, I didn't think you were going to be in here. I know you got earlys in the morning. What's up, Lorraine? What's up, Aaron? What's up, J&D Craft? What's up, Jane? J&D Crafts. Real quick for you. What's up, Deb? Koala Crafts in the house. What's up, Isaiah? So yeah, J&D Crafts. My husband's nickname when we first got together was JD. Well, it still is, but we just don't call him that anymore. But his nickname was JD, and right up until the day we got married, I thought that was his real name. And then one day his mom was like, Jordan. And I was like, who the hell is Jordan? He looks at me, he goes, are you serious? We were literally getting ready to get married, and I had no clue what this dude's name was. Don't judge me. Hello. What's up, Regina? What's up, Jenny? Maddie's in the house. KB Photography's in the house. What's up, Sparkle Queen Mitzi? What's up, Robin? What's up, Serena? What's up, Crafting with CK? Hey, everybody. Everyone. So, if you're new to my chat, you don't know what the hell that was. That is called a didgeridoo. Let's say it together. Didgeridoo is an Australian instrument that one night my dad thought it would be a great idea because my husband said he wanted an instrument of a didgeridoo. My dad thought it would be a great idea to get him a didgeridoo. So now you hear that in mostly all my lives unless my husband is not here. But of course, Mr. Coffee is on days off with us for the next 10 days. So yay! What's up, Crystal? What's up, Auburn Nice? What's up, Tia? What's up, Melissa B. Crafts? What's up, Sarah? What's up, Insomnia Crafts? Hello, everybody. So, as you see, we're working on a snack painting. We got a snack. Why do we have a snack? Because I literally finished the DIY Moonshop Orca, and I finished this adorable little panda. Now, y'all, if you don't have Instagram and you didn't see it on Instagram, I have finished this little panda today. He's special diamonds. He's all rhinestones. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. This took me like an hour and some change to do. It was really fun. It looked like my son if he was a panda bear. Just the cuteness and the lostness in his face. Yeah. Creative Grammy said, I called my husband by his last name for about 5 years after we got married because there was 4 guys in our lives named Bill. That's Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee, when I first met him, had 4 friends all named Josh or Matt. Or they had a brother named Matt and they were named Josh. And I'm like, how do you know so many Joshes? And he goes, I don't know. They like migrate to him like flies on shit. Like, I don't know why. Like, I'm surprised his friend Doug is named Doug. I was surprised that he didn't go, yeah, his name is Josh. Because every time I turn around, he has a friend named Josh. I don't think you made any friends named Josh up here, have you?
Yeah, my best friend when I was up here, Josh Hedrick from Oklahoma.
Oh, there you go.
And Josh, Handlebar Mustache Dude.
Handlebar Mustache Dude. But you called him Handlebar Mustache Dude. You didn't call him Josh. Just like, okay, so get this. When I first moved up here, he kept talking about this person named Mackenzie. He goes, yeah, me and Mackenzie are going to go hang out. We're going to go get...
Mac.
Or, I'm sorry, Mac. And then I'm like, what's Mac's name? He goes, Mackenzie. And I'm like, what? And he had been talking about, like, going to lunch or something with this person and all this extra stuff. And I'm like, excuse me? Mackenzie?
He did hydrotest.
Yeah, and he's just talking about this person like I know that it's a dude. He says Mackenzie, I'm ready to stab him. And then I find out Mackenzie's this little, like, 2-pound dude that works at the shop with him. And I'm like, oh, you're a guy. you did your parents not love you? Your name is Mackenzie. I'm so sorry. Like, I feel so bad for you. What's wrong with your parents? I when people giving their children, their sons, unisex names, that's it's that for me. Like, I understand you're allowed to name your child whatever you want. I mean, I named my son Orion, and for the life of people, they cannot get it right to save their lives. They kept calling him Orion, and he's like, I'm waiting for somebody to call me Oreo. And sure enough, in his class last week, and one of the teachers that was talking to him called him Oreo by mistake. And then she goes, I'm sorry, I read that really fast. Orion. And he goes, no, still wrong. It's Orion. And I'm like, oh, sweet Lord. Like, I didn't give my kids hard names, but it's always funny their first couple of days of school when they're first meeting their teachers. And I want to see how many teachers get their name wrong. Like Maggie's teacher, for those of you who don't know, Maggie is the 7-year-old who turns 8 tomorrow. Okay. Don't tell her otherwise, because she's been telling me all year since the 13th last year of September that her birthday was coming. So she's excited right now. She's super excited that her birthday is tomorrow and she wants all the things. So when she got to class, her teacher was like, Magdalene. Now, we don't call her Magdalene. It's so bad that we don't call her Magdalene that I think at her 5th or 6th month appointment at the doctor's when she was a baby, they asked us what her real name was. And me and Mr. Coffee looked at each other and we're like, oh, snap. What do we name this kid? Maggie. Magdalene. There you go. Her name was Magdalene. That's what we named her. Yeah. Now, Magdalene is actually named after Minna's dad's father. We added his name to the end of her name because he was a big influence on my life. So we added Minna's dad's dad's name onto Maggie's name. So it's Magdalene, and it's Lynn with an Lynn. Because Minna's grandfather's name was Lynn. And I'm like, your name is what? Like, people. But back in those days, Lynn was a unisex name. And I'm like, how? If I meet a Karen and it's a guy, I'm chopping him in the throat. No, that's okay. But Mr. Phillips was also a very tall, like 6'3", 200-300 pound guy that looked like Santa Claus. And I bet you wouldn't say nothing to him about his name. Just saying. So, oh, thank you, Crafting with Christy. Crafting with Christy, I think I got a shirt you sent me. It has like a weird looking diamond on it. I think that was a shirt that you were selling or something. What's up, bro? So yeah, so before we get started, I would like to do something. Now, as you guys know, if you don't know and you don't live in the US, you may not have remembered. I don't know how you wouldn't remember. It was such a huge thing 19 years ago. So 19 years ago, as you guys know, the World Trade Centers fell, and it affected a lot of people, including myself. It's one of those events that you always will never forget where you were and what was happening at the time that you watched it on TV. For me, I believe, in high school in my English class, watching it on our TV, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Having a father that did first responding, and all the stuffs. I'm going to take this moment and ask that we do a moment of silence for those affected by the events that happened on September 11 of 2001. So if you could just give me a moment of silence. Thank you, everybody. So, welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing today? All right. We have stories, homeschool and everything in between. Are we ready? Yeah. So get out whatever it is you're working on. Work along with me. Again, I'm working on this storage box. If you don't remember seeing the unboxing of it because it's been a crazy week, it's the storage box that I got from FGnormal. You just open it up and push that little thing down. You got yourself a cool little storage box. But on the front of it is a diamond painting. So we're going to do the diamond painting on the front of it because I figured there's enough of this that if I chitter chatter and everything, yeah. Also, if y'all were in my live last week, you noticed, or of course you noticed because, you know, I always do weird things in my lives. I purchased one of Pam's stackable diamond trays, her 3D printed diamond trays. One, I'm going to put some vinyl on this and customize it. And two, I didn't realize I was getting two because they're stackable. So you just, you know, it has a top on it. And I was wondering what the top was for. And she has a YouTube channel. And she shows you that the top is for whenever drills aren't wanting to come out of the tray when you're pouring it back into the container. You put the top on it and you beat the crap out of it. And then all the drills come out. So I thought that was really cool. I think this was like $20 on her site. I paid like $21.59 or something with tax. And then it came with this little ramp. I'm guessing the ramp kind of holds it, but I'm not 100% sure. So if she sees this, I'm sure she will comment and be like, Miss Coffee, you're silly. That's not a ramp. That's something very important, viable to this. Let me explain to you what it is. But until she does, it's a ramp. What's up, Shiver Panda? Look, Shiver Panda. I have a scared panda. It looks like my son. Also, thank you guys for the super chats. For those folks that are new and don't know what that was with the money signs going up and the bright lights and the flashing, that is called a super chat. Super chats are a way to help me fund the channel to bring you bigger and better content. I have quite a few unboxings coming to you guys in the next week or so, so be looking out for that. One from the company that wanted me to pretend to be somebody else, and that's an interesting unboxing. Yeah, that I'm trying to debate whether that should be tomorrow or that should be for next week because, yeah. I also recorded a Mindful Monday with the adorable panda. Also don't know, like, if you guys should just get 2 videos on Monday because I have so many videos. So I also have other stuff coming in. So thank you to all those who donate to the channel. Thank you to those who are Patreons as well. Small plug, I do have a Patreon. In the Patreon, there are 4 different tiers. You get to pick your poison. And then in that tier, you get special little perks and stuff. One of the perks that I don't have listed, but I still try to do, is that you get ad-free videos for at least the first few hours before the video goes live up on YouTube. And then, like, you know, the other 2 tiers get a live and they get like a vlog where they watch me walk back and forth to the dog park or go to the post office because that's normally the only place I go, or Walmart or the pharmacy or what have you. Either way. So, yes. What's up, Mama Bakes and Diamond Paint? Hello. Is that Lucia from Australia? Nice. What's up, Jasmine? What's up, Therese? Just stopped in and say, hey, can't stay long. Oh, that's Tisha, y'all. That's my sister Tisha. I guess it's 10:15 her time. So she's probably getting ready to go to work. What up, Tisha? That's my in real life sister, y'all. She knows all about the crazy because she was raised with it. Y'all say a prayer for that poor child. She's mentally scarred for life. She had to live with me. Poor child. Sad part is that's my stepsister. So that's my stepmom's daughter. And it's like, well, unfortunately, you had no choice in this. You now have a new sister, and she's insane. Run up, chick. Give me your bed. I want the top bunk. See, where my little sister used to steal stuff from me, I used to steal stuff from that sister because that's just how we roll. Don't tell her I said that. She can't hear very well. What's up, Tisha? Oh, my God. Pam says the white ramp is a lid. Lid to what? Okay. Y'all watch me be slow, okay? Watch me be slow. What? How is this a lid? Diamondworth, why can't you type? What's up, Tamira? Pam, look, if you're in here, help a sister out because I'm so lost. How is that a lid? It's a ramp. She's probably sitting there laughing her head off. I commented on her video that she has up on her YouTube channel. I'm like, what's up with the ramp? To the one with the fingers. Hold up. For real? Oh! Oh, okay. Watch me be slow. Okay. Y'all. Okay, I'm gonna guess it goes on here something like this. Is that how it? Okay, Mr. Coffee is gonna show me how to do it because I'm slow. Oh, he's so smart. This is why I keep him around. Oh, okay. I see. I was using it as a ramp. It is not a ramp. Well, there was no note. I didn't know. This entire time I'm sitting up there with it like this, like, oh, it's just to hold the tray up. Yes. Now I ain't killing my fingers today. I'm like, but hold up, my drills are gonna fall down. Y'all, I ain't right. I'm telling y'all, this is why I keep him around. So there's a lid to the spaceship. Wah. So like if you got some leftover drills or you're leaving from a friend's house and you want to take some leftovers, you got a drill pin or a drill tray with the top. And apparently it just that part goes in like this. Like he sat here and watched me struggle, said nothing, and was just like, let me see. Let me show you. Because I'm like, I can't tell you. Let me show you so I can tell you how slow you are. Like this is how I feel that he just did me just now. Y'all see how he did me wrong? Mr. Coffee ain't right. So there we go. So we got a lid. There was no note. If there was, I didn't read it. I'm sorry. I'm like a guy in that aspect. I don't read instructions, which is hilarious that men say that women should come with instructions, but they don't read instructions. Did y'all hear that like dial tone sound just now? I just heard it in my ear. Anyways, how you guys doing tonight? Y'all ready for a disclaimer? Yes. So, disclaimer time. Because there's enough of y'all in here now that I got to give y'all the disclaimer. Because y'all be acting out sometimes up in here. I be seeing what y'all be saying. I see what y'all be saying. What's up, Nick and Tina? All right. So, welcome one and all to the After Hours Crafters Lounge. I am your host, Miss Crocheting Coffee. How you doing? With my co-host, who is also my husband. We call him Mr. Coffee. Say hi, Mr. Coffee. Hi, Mr. Coffee says hi. In this live, you're going to hear noises in the background. You could possibly hear my dogs, my kids, things from outside because it's hot in here and I don't want to turn on the air conditioner, but I might have to because I'm going to start sweating in places that are unmentionable in live. If I also vape. No, I don't want your opinion on it. I have my own, but thank you for having an opinion on it anyway. If at any time I say anything or do something that might offend you, chap your ass in any kind of way, we're going to ask that this be a part we split ways. And we're going to ask that the door don't hit you or the good Lord split you. Can I get an amen? With that said, welcome everybody to the After Hours Crafters Lounge. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you guys had a great week. It's been stressful, y'all. Stressful. Good God. Woo! Y'all. Yes. So, homeschooling. I had to braid my hair up. Because I can't stop pulling at it. Thank you, Diamond Paint with Anxiety. I appreciate it. I can't stop pulling at it because every time I turn around, they do something else to infuriate me. And I just can't. I'm like, I'm supposed to be in like stressless situations. And you're bringing on the stress. Like, I don't understand this. Like, I'm not understanding why this is a thing. And the reason why I'm working on this snack size painting, for those who might be wondering, is because I got a lot of comments on how would I seal it. So I'm going to show you guys when I'm done with it, how I would seal it. So that's why I wanted to work on it. Plus, it's going to be real quick, fast, and in a hurry. You ready? Yeah, we're not even going to, we're going to get rid of that. So we do have a legend because it has no numbers on it at all. It's just like, here, use these symbols. So first things first, the kids are doing great in homeschooling. We had a little bit of a hiccup. Me and Orion's teacher almost got into it yet again because she is I don't like her. And the sad part is, I don't know if this is just the mother in me or what. What's up, Katia? I don't know if this is the mother in me or what, but why is it that every year I don't mind Maggie's teachers? I don't mind Maggie's teachers. I think I just pray for them because they're Maggie's teachers. Like, I feel like when her name comes up on their roster, that there should just be like the symbol for like the cross, because God be with you. But like with Orion is that special child. Like he's that he's not he's super super smart, so you kind of have to keep him like motivated to do things, or he gets bored really easily. He's the first one to finish stuff in class. He's the one that's always helping out the other kids. This is completely new to him. He's a social butterfly in school. He doesn't like to be bored. And because he's such a smart child, like he's quick. Okay, he's quick like his mom, but more like his dad with the math, because I don't math. Anywho's because he's quick with the fingers, okay, with the brain and the thinking and the math and the English, you have to keep Orion constantly going, or he just will, that ship will sail, and all that will flood his mind is Fortnite and stuff. So I never like his teachers because they always come off as being kind of bitchy. And I'm like, look, chick, you don't know me, okay? Listen. Don't be mean to my kids, okay? And like every time we meet one of his teachers, they always have like this hi, like they're meeting just another generic kid, and I'm like, you don't understand. This is the future president of America right here that you're having in your class. I'm gonna need you to act like you got some goddamn own sense now, because yeah, like, and his teachers always seem like they've had too much like life, and they're tired of like teaching already, and it's just like the first day before school starts. They always have this like, oh God, we got to do this again. And I'm like, what is wrong with these teachers? Every year, I'm not even joking, every year that he's been in school, I've had a problem with his teacher. The first couple of days, I'm like, I don't like his teacher. By the end of the year, I'm like, oh, they're all right. They were cool. I know I didn't like them at the beginning. I literally say this every year. I've been saying this for 4 years, okay?
Well, which teacher was it who tried telling her that Orion's like super smart and...
That was the lady from last year.
No, I think it was first grade.
Was it first grade?
Yeah, because they were telling her, and like, super good math to that, and then like later on in the year, she's like, you were right. I thought you guys were kind of like just saying that, but no, like he's really super good at math and blah 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 blah.
I don't remember which teacher that was.
Something with a B, wasn't it?
First grade. He didn't do first grade here. He did first grade in Lewistown.
He was in already then?
He was in second grade when we got here.
Oh, okay, well, whatever. Wasn't it? Was it Bowden or something?
No, Maggie's was with Bowden. I don't even remember his teacher's name. That's the sad part. That's how much I did not like his teachers. He can tell you his teacher's names, but I don't remember. Miss Clarice.
Yeah. Miss
Clarice, because I remember every time I walked in her class, or her name was Clarice, but every time I walked in her class, I was like, Clarice. So yeah, so I did like his teacher last year. She was just like, wow, he really is smart. Like he helps the other students and everything. And I'm like, we told you this. Why don't you listen to us? Like, I know every person thinks their kid is smart, and I'm sure every child is smart in their own way. But Orion's that special type of smart that if you don't nurture the smart and give him things to do, he could destroy the world. He's an evil genius. And he has a cute little smile that will melt your heart while he's doing it. So he's like a Maggie, but one that likes to actually do schoolwork, not one that tries to jump out the window when you tell her to read. So this week in As the World Turns with Orion's teacher, I had decided I don't like Orion's teacher. Don't like her. I've been trying to email her. Now, you guys saw on Instagram, I put up that picture, and I was like, all right, guys, help me out. So many people sent me the Disney alphabet, and they said it's Disney letters, and they were right. It was Disney letters. The next part of that equation said, hint, capitalize only the first letter of the first word. If you remember, it said lit, lab, escape. So we capitalized the L in lit and lowercase everything else, and it said it was wrong. So we capitalized the L in lab and then lowercase everything else, and it said it was wrong. So we capitalized the E and left everything else lowercase and said it was wrong. We sat there for 2 hours trying to figure this out, okay? Finally, I was like, you know what? I'm not smarter than you, obviously, and I can't get this. He's getting frustrated. I'm getting frustrated. So I'm like, let's phone a friend. I called my parents. My parents are sitting in line at the DMV down in Alabama, because for those of y'all who didn't know, Papa and Nana finally made the move to Alabama, so they're in Alabama now. Yeah, roll tide. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, Papa, we need help. Papa's like, it's the L and it's lit, and it's the capitalize the L. And I show him that it doesn't work. He goes, oh, I don't know. we've been waiting in this line too long. I'm like, okay, well, I have to go email his teacher now because we have no clue what's going on with this problem. We email his teacher. 3 hours later, his teacher gets back to us. Oh, hi. Is that from the library? I'm like, this is one of the assignments that you assigned my son, and we can't figure it out to save our life, what it is. She goes, oh, I don't know. What? I'm sorry. What did you just say to me? Like, you would have thought she cursed at me when she said she didn't know. Okay. You assigned this to my son, and you don't even know what it is. What? What is wrong with you? I'm like, we literally have been doing this for 3 hours. Where are you? And she's like, oh, I think that's the assignment that came from the library. I'm sorry, is it the library at Hogwarts? Like, what is this mystical thing that, like, you're giving us to do? Thanks, Papa. For those of y'all who don't know, Papa is not my grandfather. Papa is my dad, my in real life dad. He is in chat, so y'all feel free to say hi and speak freely, because unfortunately he raised me. So, with that said, yeah.
Look, I was finding his teachers.
Void bastards. So I'm like, I know you are not giving these kids work that you can't do yourself. Because that was one of the things I did like about his teacher from last year, was that she actually did the work with them. So she had an understanding, because she didn't like the math, the way they had to do the math and stuff either. And she would do the work with them. So she knew what was going on. His teacher now, she's too busy yapping to understand what's happening. And I'm like, I'm not liking this, okay? We're going to have to ask that you shut up and tell us what's going on with these assignments that you're giving my son. So I go, okay, you don't know that assignment. He had another English assignment where it was like brainstorm. And then we'll talk about it in the morning. I'm like, what apparently is he supposed to be brainstorming? You're not telling him what he's brainstorming. You're just saying brainstorm. She goes, oh, anything. Anything like what? Like, is there no topic to this brainstorm? He can brainstorm about Fortnite all day. Like, what do you want him to brainstorm about? Oh, we're going to be making something. What are you making? Maybe this might help him to brainstorm.
This is student time.
Yeah. And then I see her go on live with him, and I go, oh, okay. Real quick, Miss Swinson, can I talk to you real quick? And she goes, I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm sorry. I can't have you in here. This is student time. This is the time where I only talk to the students. Excuse me? Chick, you had all day to talk to these students, and when I need to ask you a question, then it takes you 3 hours to get back to an email, and I finally see your face on live, you got to never tell me, okay, I got you. Y'all, why did she ask Orion 2 minutes later? She goes, all right, Orion, what did your mom need? And he goes, oh, I don't know. Let me go get her. He comes out here. I have this look on my face like, if you say something to me about that lady, I'm going to slit her throat. And he goes, my teacher wants to know what you want. Tell your teacher she can mind her damn. Y'all, she was like, Miss Tepper, I'm sorry, but every day I have to do social emotional work with these kids, and I need to make sure that they're in a good headspace and that they're okay, so that they don't need counseling. I'm like, excuse me? What? What the hell are you talking about? I'm like, this is not for counseling, okay? I had a quick question. You couldn't be bothered. It took you 3 hours to answer an email, okay? You have no way of my son contacting you. And she goes, oh, well, I will send you an email. Oh, yeah, I'll hold my breath for that one, Toots. She's like, I'm gonna send you an email letting you know how to accept the request for him to come into the chat. And I'm like, okay. Never got the 2 days later, I'm like, where's the email? Oh, bye, Tisha. Thank you. Have a good night at work. I'm like sitting here like, oh my God, what is wrong with this lady? She's going to make me choke her. That is what's about to happen. I'm about to choke her. This is literally what's about to happen. Because if she thinks that I'm just going to sit here and let her tell me and do things like this, and I'm not going to say something, she's been testing my patience all week. And for those of you who follow me on Instagram, I'm sorry. If you haven't guessed, I'm a little obsessed with the reels on Instagram. And so I've been making like the reels, which if you don't know what the reels are, they're like TikTok videos, except for they're like 15 seconds long. You know how hard it is to be funny in 15 seconds? Anyways, so I'm sitting there and I had posted that my insomnia meds, their mail order, so I had to call the doctor's office to get a prescription sent to the pharmacy instead of in the mail because the mail ones just decided they weren't going to show up. And so I have had insomnia all week. So on top of not sleeping, I then have my son's teacher in this case of, I don't know what you want me to do. I want you to go out the window. Go jump out the window. Let me move my daughter out of the way for you. You jump out the window, okay? Like, his teacher and I are going to have words. Well, then yesterday, I go in, and I don't remember exactly what was going on. So I need a slash mark. I don't remember exactly what was going on. I just remember I went into his room because I hear her saying, now I'm going to need you to start paying more attention. Now, when she said that in the tone that she said it in, my neck snapped back real fast. You know how you see those black ladies on TV, their neck looks like spaghetti because they're doing one of these numbers? Yeah, my neck had snapped back real bad. And I was like, I'm sorry, what did she just say to my son? She's like, you like to do your math, but you don't like to do your reading, I see. And you have missed all your assignments this week for reading. And I've been trying to get a hold of you. And I'm like, now take it. This is the same week that we've been trying to get a hold of her. And it takes her 3 hours to respond. Y'all, let me just tell you, Miss Coffee is not a nice person when she doesn't have her coffee or when she doesn't have her insomnia meds, because then she's up all night and she's tired and cranky. Or if you mess with the kids. Now, this lady is borderline yelling at my son. I could hear her screaming through her teeth at my son. I'm sitting in Maggie's room about to like jump out the window myself because she's doing math and she apparently has forgotten how to use her fingers to do math. And I hear this and I come out of his room. So I hear this and I continue to listen. And she's just going at my son, okay? She's going at my son like she's scolding him for something that was her fault because he had been trying to get a hold of her to figure out what he needed to do, and she was too busy to get back with him. I hear my son sniffle one time. I walk in there, chest poked out and everything, hair askew, no bonnet on. I'm like, if I'm scarring you for life, I want you to be afraid, okay? And if you see me without my bonnet on and my hair is askew because I haven't done it today, you best be afraid, okay? Because that tells you I don't care about you or your feelings or looking good for you, but you about to get messed up. You about to get these virtual hands. I walk in, my son has tears in his eyes, which immediately I feel my blood start to boil. Okay, there's no percolating. I'm boiling at this point. I walk into his thing. She is still going off. And I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, hold on a second. I take his chair. I push it out of the way. He has a spinny chair. Don't worry. It's on wheels. I push it out of the way. I put my big old face right in the middle of that screen. And I'm like, look here, chick. I don't know who you think you're talking to. But the next time I catch you talking to my son in that tone, me and you going to have words in person. I'm like, how dare you sit here and yell at my son for not doing his work when we have tried for days to get a hold of your skanking ass and you can't be bothered. I'm like, it takes you hours to respond. And then when you do respond, you have no answers for us. We have been trying to get a hold of you for his schoolwork, and you have the nerve to yell at him because you're not doing your job and you're having a bad day. Well, let me tell you like this. I'm having a worse day, okay? Because I have to homeschool 2 kids, not just one, and I have to deal with your ignorant tail. So let me tell you like this. You best not ever let me hear you yell at my son again, or I'm coming up to that school and you better have the police meet me there, because if not, I'm beating you up and down that hallway until they get there. How dare you yell at somebody's child like that? And you flipped the script 360 when you realized that I was in a room. She went from an angry yell to a very subtle, okay, Orion, you have to start getting your work done. When she saw him snap his neck to the side and see me standing there, pretty sure he could see the flames in my face. And then she flipped the script because she assumed that I was there. And then that's when I pulled his chair away and got down at the computer. And I'm like, if you ever in your life yell at my son again, I'm telling you right now, you're going to need the SWAT team to get me off of you. Don't you ever yell at my son. I look at Orion. I'm like, you okay? He goes, yeah, but Mom, I don't know what work she's talking about because I've been trying to find the work, but I can't get her to answer my questions. I'm like, I know it's her fault, but she's yelling at you like it's your fault. Now answer to that one, miss, since you can yell and scream at people. And she's like, Miss Tepper, we're going to have to ask you to calm down. I'm like, I got your calm. You tell me to calm down one more time, I will come over to that school and bash you in the head with this computer screen. Where is the work that he's supposed to be doing? He's been asking you for it. I see the messages on his screen of him asking you and you not responding. After about 10 minutes of that, I'm pretty sure she was probably in tears. Orion was feeling better, and I'm like, are you okay, dude? You okay to get back to doing work? And he's like, yeah. Because she's like, well, I'm going to take a break, and then I'll get back to class, and, you know, give me 10 minutes, and I'll get back to class, Orion. And Orion's like, okay. So I look at Orion, I'm like, you okay? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, if you have any more problems, you let Mommy know, okay? He goes, okay. He gets back over there. She immediately messages him what his work was. And I'm like, now, was that so hard? Was that something that you couldn't have done days prior? Because school, of course, they didn't have school on Monday. So he missed work for the reading assignment for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But she couldn't be bothered to answer our questions Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And one of the other reasons why I knew that he had been asking her is because I had also emailed her with no reply. And so that's what got me the most upset, was that she was literally yelling at him for her own negligence because she wouldn't tell us where to find the reading work. And it wasn't like it was something like, oh yeah, the reading work's under the reading tab and you just go into classwork and it's right there. No, there was a couple of different places that he had to go to find this information, and she couldn't be bothered to tell him because he's supposed to just magically know. So yeah, so that was Orion's teacher. And Maggie goes, I go back in Maggie's room. She goes, oh, Orion's teacher's in trouble. And I'm like, hush, Maggie. Don't yell at me, Mama. I'm doing my work. She's sitting over there. And then all of a sudden, magically, all of a sudden, she knows how to count on her fingers again. She's just like 5, 6, 7, 8. No, okay, I got this. And I'm like, all right, you good with your work? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, good. I'm going to go get some coffee. Because that was, of course, that was before my coffee. It's the first thing in the morning. And she yelling at my kid. Y'all, no, look here. I tell people all the time, you can mess with me all day, okay? All day. Say and do what you want to me all day. I'm cool with it. Don't mess with my husband and don't mess with these kids. Because you mess with my husband or these kids, you get in these hands. I'm telling you. Oh, thank you, Naomi, towards your bail for when you mop the floor with Orion's teacher. I'm not even joking you. And I'm like, she's like sending me this sad sob email about like, you know, I'm really sorry, just the pressures of school. They have Ames testing next week, which Ames testing is placement testing. And I'm like, I don't care what your stress level is at. I have 2 kids that I have to homeschool by myself. I have a sick dog. I have another dog that's demanding attention because we're giving all the attention to the sick dog. I have a husband that's working long hours. I also do YouTube. So I have a YouTube channel, YouTube comments, people in my inbox telling me how it's unfair that they don't get to sell their pins in my group and all this other bull crap. I'm like, don't tell me about stress, okay? I get 2 to 3 hours of sleep a night. You can get off me with that stress part, okay? You don't know stress. I'm like, I understand this is something that the teachers here volunteer to do either the distance learning or the in-class learning. So I'm like, you volunteered for this. So you can't blame your stress level on anyone but yourself. Your lack of being prepared is not my son's problem, and you will not treat it as such. And she's like, well, if you have any other problems, you can contact me. I'm like, oh, again, I won't hold my breath because every time we've tried contacting you before, you've been so great with responding. Yeah, no, thank you. No, I don't trust you with that. So miss me with that. It's your attitude for me. Like, no, I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. And I'm like, let me hear you. And I'm like, just so you know, I'm not afraid to go to jail. And I know where the school is at that you're broadcasting from. Okay. Don't mess with me. Don't let me hear you yell at my son again, because I'm in the next room. And though my ears are little, they are mighty. They hear all the things. And Orion's like, everything. I'm like, everything. So don't you ever let me hear you yell at my son again. Meanwhile, Mr. Coffee's sitting out here on the couch. He don't know what the hell's going on. I come out here. I was getting ready to go storm off to the room to tell him what happened. He's sitting right here on the couch looking at something. I'm like, oh, you're right there. And he's like, yeah. I was like, do you hear this bull crap? And he's like, no. Y'all. I was hot yesterday. I was hot. I was so mad. So homeschooling's going great. Yeah. I don't have enough coffee for this. Ever. Okay? Like, don't. It's just one of those things. If you want to get on my bad side real quick, mess with my kids. That's how you do it. You want to get back at me for being mad about something, mess with my kids. But I'm telling you right now, more than likely, I will go to jail for my kids. I will definitely go to jail for these kids. I might, depending on the situation, I might go to jail for Mr. Coffee. He's a grown man. He can handle himself. But for the most part, these kids, nah, don't mess with my kids. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Dreaming of Diamonds with Drea says, I'm at the same place with my daughter's school. They are so unprepared that I'm about to pull her and sign her up for online K through 12. That's what Mr. Coffee has been telling me to do with the kids, because he's good night, Vincent. Thank you so much for hanging out. He's been like hearing me and my frustrations and seeing the kids frustrated. Maggie's frustration is not frustration. Maggie's frustration is laziness. Now, what she inherited from her mama is laziness. Okay, I inherited it from Pawpaw. I got it from Pawpaw. Maggie gets it from me. Minna gets it from me. Orion skipped over me and got it from Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee's not a lazy person. If he's not doing something, he gets really agitated. So he's not the lazy person. I'm the lazy person. Maggie just doesn't want to do her work. It's not that she can't do it. She just doesn't want to. And then I laugh at the teacher because he tells us that they have AIMS testing next week, which of course, like I said, is placement testing. Now, for those of you who don't know, Maggie has epilepsy. It's something that we manage with medication. She's doing fine. We've gone pretty much an entire year without any seizures or any problems. She goes back to the doctor October 5th, which Mr. Coffee, you're going to have to check to see if you're going to have days off that time. If not, you're going to need to put a day off in.
I already know.
Oh, okay. So,
I don't know if I'll be off though.
well, you're going to be off. It's just if they know you're going to be off. So yeah, so we have an appointment to go see her doctor in October. But Maggie's epilepsy is brought on by stress. We realized Maggie had epilepsy a week before we left Pennsylvania. Mr. Coffee, whenever he left to come back to North Dakota, because I did have somebody, now I get so irritated when I see this. I had somebody go, why are you complaining about the weather? Why you live in North Dakota? Why would you move there? Okay, Toots. Okay, you've obviously have not been around the block long enough. Let me explain something to you. I didn't choose to live here. My husband works here. Okay, so when we lived in Pennsylvania, Mr. Coffee was working 3 jobs. Count them, 3 jobs. We were still on assistance, okay? Food stamps, health insurance, the whole 9 yards. We were still getting...
Qualified.
Yeah, we qualified for assistance, and he was working 3 jobs, okay? He comes up here and made twice as much as he made at all 3 jobs combined. So what do you think? Stay here in Pennsylvania and struggle and never see my husband and always be stressed out and fighting, or move to North Dakota where he's making good money and I don't have to worry about struggling. Now, we did spend 5 years apart where he lived here and I lived there, but we both got tired of being alone because we did not get married to get separated. So then we came back together. Like, we literally have only been married for 10 years. So we spent half of our marriage not even living together. So yeah, that's not what I signed up for. So then I moved here to be with him so that we can make the good money and see him all in one shot. That's why we moved here. It wasn't like I was like, you know what would be a great place to live and raise a family? North Dakota. Nobody comes here on purpose. Oh, thank you, Glenda. Commissary fund for coffee and Skittles and hot tamales. Yes, hot tamales. I'll die for a hot tamale right now. So yeah, so it's not like I moved here because I was just like, this is a great place to be. This is like where it's popping. This is one of those places that people don't think even exist until somebody goes, hey, I live in North Dakota. And people live there? Yeah, apparently there's other people here besides me. The people live here. Like, I don't know what's wrong with them. There's no trees here. Wolfpack took the trees and put them in front of her house and her job. So like, you know, but there are people here. Like, there's regular people here. So like, it's not like I moved here and was just like, this is a great place to raise a family. It is. But also no. Silver Lioness, North Dakota. Let me tell you how it was. This week we had one day, and I put up a little reel of it on my Instagram, which is why I was saying sorry earlier for the folks that are on my Instagram that keep seeing me make all these reels. I'm obsessed. So I made a reel. It was 30 something degrees the other morning when I woke up. Like we were in a frost warning Monday and Tuesday this week. But then today it was 75 degrees. On Sunday it was 90 degrees. Winter is coming. Okay, winter. Our seasons go like this. Look, you're gonna spring right into summer for 20 minutes, and then we're gonna dip you in fall, and you're gonna fall straight face first into winter for the next 9 months, and go boom, boom, boom. So like that's how our seasons go. So when Wolfpack, if you were in Wolfpack Live yesterday, she said we have all 4 seasons. What she didn't tell you was that you can get all 4 of those seasons in one day. Where in the morning you're wearing sweats and a thermal and underwear, like the long john underwear. By the afternoon, you're taking that off, but you still have on a light jacket because it's still kind of breezy. By the late evening, it's hot as balls, so you're half naked outside, just praying for cool relief. And then by nightfall, you're seeing snowflakes. Okay, that's all one day. It can happen. Like this morning. This morning when I woke up, it was 32 degrees. And then by 10 o'clock, it was 43 degrees. And then by 5 o'clock, it was 72 degrees. Then by, 6 or 7, it was 75. Now it's back down to 61. The weather here is so disrespectful, it's not even funny. It's just disrespectful. There's no other word for it. The weather is disrespectful, and I don't appreciate it. I really don't.
Oh, I've seen 40-degree swings in a single day. It'll snow overnight and melt by the time I have to go back to work.
So yeah, and we're close to Canada. What, 40 minutes to Canada or 20 minutes to Canada?
Yeah, 45 to an hour, depending on which portal you go to.
So we're not far from Canada. We're close to Montana because I've gotten lost trying to find the post office once, and I ended up in Montana. So we're not far away from Montana, but yeah, like it gets cold here. Now I was thankful I didn't live in Colorado because I heard Colorado and Wyoming got snow. But we luckily didn't get snow. We just got the cold. And so every morning when I wake up, it's cold as all get out. And I make the dogs wait until later in the morning to go outside because I'm not going out there. That first day I went outside and it was cold outside. The look on Daisy's face was like, excuse me, what just happened here? Where's the warm? Killian got the biggest smile on his face because of course he's a Siberian Husky. So he's just like all about the cold life. Him and Mr. Coffee make best pals. Me and Daisy have the same mindset. That dog literally looked me in the depths of my soul. Like she walked outside, I saw her neck whip back, and she looked me in the depths of my soul and was like, excuse me, chick, I know you ain't got me coming out here without no doggy mittens on. Where's my jacket? It is cold. Like, and then the wind blew, and then she tried to run back inside. You ever have to like baby a giant dog, and you're like, it's okay, Daisy, I know it's cold. She saw me in my winter jacket, and she had looked at me funny when she saw me put it on until we went outside, and then she was like, oh, hell no, I ain't going out here to go outside. No, y'all, she refused to go to the bathroom for like the first 10 minutes we were outside. I'm like, Daisy, the quicker you go to the bathroom, the quicker we can leave. Meanwhile, Mr. Killian, Mr. I'm supposed to be sick, is just walking around, la, 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 this winter is wonderful. Well, I'm like, dog, if you don't get away from me being all happy, you supposed to be sick? Huh? Trish, can you ask a question? Sure you can. What's up, Yamil? It was helpful for the fires, especially the ones that were really close where I live. Oh my goodness. Used to live close to Winnipeg. Mama Vapes, you don't want the cold weather, you sure? Are you positive? Because if you want, I can share this weather with you. Like I'll put some in your next package. You'll get a package from me that's all bubbled up, and you're like, oh look, Miss Coffee sent me something. And you open it up, and it's just snowflakes coming out and smack you in the face. This is from Miss Coffee. Pop, 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 pop. Scooby-Doo, pop, pop. I'm just telling you, if you open a package from me and you see snowflakes, duck. Do the 5 rules of dodgeball. Dip, duck, dodge, and dive. and dodge. So, Trish, you had a question? Sorry, I don't look at chat often. It goes by so fast, it hurts my head. We will take it in Texas. Empty nest, you got it. Send snow to Texas. Got it. I'll send it to Christy's house, and it'll be like, "What's up, Christy? I'm just gonna walk out this envelope and go outside real quick. You make sure you stay inside, get dressed warm, and it'll just go outside and just start pimp slapping people. Where your mask at? You ain't even got a mask on. Pat. Now you're cold and you ain't got a mask on." Which is funny because I saw this lady at the store the other day fussing with the Walmart people. Now, if you're somebody who doesn't want to wear a mask, that's your prerogative. You know, whatever. You do your thing, boo-boo, whatever. But don't be fussing at these employees at the store, because there's nothing more irritating than watching somebody fuss at the employees at the store. Like the employees themselves were just like, "I'm going to be Captain Save-A-Ho, and you got to put on a mask or I'm going to kick your tail." No, they're doing their jobs. They don't want to be there any more than you do. Okay, it's Walmart. Like, seriously, they don't want to be there.
They're less than you do because they have to deal with your ass.
Exactly. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching this lady yelling in the face of this lady at the door that she doesn't want to wear a mask, and it's against it. This is my right to not to wear a mask and blah blah. I'm like, I don't remember seeing that in rights, but whatever. You know, you get right free speech, but I don't remember the right to not wear a mask in the middle of a pandemic where people are dying out here in these streets. But okay. And I looked at her and I was just like, yeah, with the way you look, you probably should be very excited to wear a mask. I wouldn't be complaining if I looked like that. And I just kind of walked away. I didn't say, oh, I said it loud enough where she could hear me because she looked at me, but not enough. Like, I didn't stand there and wait for her to respond because I was on a mission to find something and I didn't have time for her BS. But I wanted her to know, you really should not be complaining about wearing a mask. Do us all a favor and put it on, because oh, geez. You got a face made for radio, a face only a mother could love. Put the mask on. Wrap it up. All right. Who's getting fined for not wearing a mask? Y'all ready to stop? Y'all ready getting fined for wearing a mask? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out. Trish said she had a question, but I don't see a question. Hi, Angel's mom. Hi, Noah. Oh. Why does some mental health meds make you itchy? That's something you have to ask the old-timey doctor. Papa! For those of y'all who don't know, my dad's an old-timey doctor. I told my dad yesterday that whenever he dies, I'm going to make sure that they put one of those old light things on his forehead, like the old-timey doctors used to have that little circle thing. I'm going to have them put one of those on his forehead, and on the side of it, I'm going to put, like, I'm going to use the Cricut to put something on it that says old-timey doctor. Yeah, that's how he's going to go. Someone said the dose is too strong. Yes, please don't spam because those mods will get you. I'm just saying. Yeah, those I don't know nothing about itchy, but I know, like, if you're having that type of reaction to it, more than likely it's an allergic reaction, so you might want to talk to your doctor. Like, the only reaction I ever got from my I used to take lithium. I literally felt like I was a zombie. Like, you know that song by Gary Jules, Mad World? One of my favorite songs. It always reminds me of Mr. Coffee because it used to be one of the songs he used to listen to all the time. But that's what it made me feel like. I was walking around to the beat of that song. All around me are familiar faces. Worn out place. Like, I literally felt like the lady from 101 Dalmatians with the long feet, and he's like too tall and her feet are like this big and she's like clomp, clomp. Like, that's how I felt like I was walking around all the time. That's why I stopped taking my meds, because I'm like, I don't want to feel like this. And then I met Mr. Coffee and I'm like, I can have all the emotions and still be happy. This will work for me. I'll take it. Tracy, you love that song? I love that song. Yeah. I like the freedom to live. Right? Like, I don't get people. And I understand people don't want to wear the mask. And some people are like, it's hard. I have medical condition. And I'm sitting there. Meanwhile, and I listen to people all the time that go, I have a medical condition, so I can't wear a mask. Oh, you're cute. You're real cute. Because I have asthma and an inhaler. And I have to use it every 10 minutes whenever I'm in a store. Because if I don't, I'll die. Okay? Meanwhile, we went to the post office and I had to use the inhaler on my son because that's back when my mailman, Mr. Jerry, that's when he was on his days off, and they wouldn't let me get my gigantic package from Craftably, which I promise you guys, I will do that unboxing. Oh my god, I'll do it. It's such a big box though. Like, it's sitting in my room waiting for me to unbox it, and every night when I go to bed, it just looks at me judgingly like, you still ain't opened me yet? So I promise you guys, I will open that DIY Moonshot box, and I will open the box for Craftably. But yeah, so I'm sitting there, and I hear people all the time that are like, I can't breathe. I'm like, I can't breathe either. Believe me, I can't. I got really bad asthma, and I still vape, which is my problem. I get it. And so, like, it's hard for me to breathe, too. My son and Maggie were playing in the post office, and Orion starts wheezing immediately because he has to wear a mask, and it restricts your breathing a little bit. And with us, we don't get enough air, so we kind of need that air. So I had to take his mask off and, like, hit him a couple times with the inhaler so he'd be all right. Like, I'm like, if me and my son can weather through it, then you guys can do it. Like, your heart won't stop if you put that mask on your face. I'm just saying. But again, I do understand that some people don't like wearing them, and they're not going to wear them, and that's your prerogative. I'm just stating what my opinion is. It's just my opinion. Don't come at me, yo. Don't come at me, okay? Because, again, I give you the same energy you gave me. Just like, okay, I have to address this, because whenever I get these messages in my inbox, I always tell myself, don't say nothing, and then I say something. I have to. I can't help myself. So I had a young lady this week that was upset because she said she didn't need to advertise in my group. She didn't need to, and she didn't want to, but she didn't feel it was right that the guy James gets to advertise in the group because that's against my rules. And I'm like, well, last time I checked, I made the group and the rules. And if I said it's okay for him to do it because he was doing something that I asked him to do, yeah, and seeing as how we are supported by Diamond Art Club and they didn't have a problem with it, we set boundaries with him to make sure it was okay for Diamond Art Club, us, and him. I'm like, it was just something that I agreed to because at that time he was turning pins, and I liked the fact that he was doing it in the group so that people could see how the pin process is made, and he was making pins for people, and that's usually when he advertises. He usually doesn't advertise a whole lot in the group. He doesn't, he's not flooding the group with it because what happens, you flood the group with it, and then people take advantage of the fact that they can do it, and that's all you see, which is one of the reasons why I don't allow promoting in my group. So the lady starts fussing because it's not fair. You should give others a chance to promote. And I'm like, I get that. I see where you're coming from. I understand. But I don't, because why? People take advantage of it. They take advantage of when you set the boundary that you can only do this time during this day. They take advantage of it. I'm like, you yourself, you're fussing at me, but yet you self-promoted in the comment section of a comment under a pin that you made for somebody else that they just happened to post up in my group. So yes, I make the group rules. Why? Because I started that group like 2 years ago. Okay. I made the rules. And so you coming at me upset because it's not fair, you're going to get a life is unfair. There are lots of creators and stuff that allow self-promotion in their groups. I also make sure to get stuff from a variety of different Etsy sellers to show on my channel, which reaches more people that are in my group. So not only do you get the group people, you get the people on my channel because not everybody has Facebook. So I'm like, I don't mind buying from places that aren't, necessarily on Facebook just to promote them on my channel. I don't mind doing that at all, which is what I usually do, which is why you guys have not seen a pin from James on the channel, but you've seen pins from Enablers Outpost and Renee and her dad over at Diamond Pin Pal and James Handmade Pins and anybody else that sells pins that I've happened to find on Etsy. Like, I find these little shops on Etsy and I like to promote them to get them business, just like Pam. Actually, one of my subscribers found Pam, and then she came in last week and told us, and that's why I got this tray. But yeah, I don't mind promoting little places, but James was one of the few people that didn't take advantage of the fact that I said that he could promote in the group. And like I said, we have boundaries set up where he can do his thing on a particular day, and he can't self-promote every single freaking day, and he doesn't. But the lady was like, it's not fair, and I don't feel like this is fair, and not that I need to promote in your group or anything, but I'm just saying it's not fair to the rest of us. And I'm like, the rest of who? Anybody else in my group that has or sells pins, like Donna Bass. If you don't know who Donna Bass is the young lady that's, nope, that's not the pin. Is this pin? Yep. Donna Bass is the lady with the ring pin that she sent me the ring pin. I'm like, she has her own group on Facebook. I don't let her turn her pins in my group, but I do promote her on my channel because not only did she get an unboxing on my channel with using her pins, but she also gets to see me use the pin in videos, which means I, of course, will link it in my comment section. So where it's unfair to you, it's not unfair to everybody. If I happen to come across your shop, or even if you message me and go, hey, Miss Coffee, I sell pins. Could you check them out and see if there's maybe something like Harp's Creations on Etsy? She was one that contacted me. She made the wooden pin. She contacted me. Hey, Miss Coffee, would you mind, checking me out on Etsy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Bet. Got you. Checked her out on Etsy. No problem. No problem. But this lady gets mad at me, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. And she's like, well, I can understand if you want to boot me from the group now. Now, hear this. I'm not going to boot anybody from my group from having a difference of opinion than me, okay? We're not all going to have the same opinion. I'm aware of this. If you want to leave the group, I'm not going to force you to stay, but then don't try to get me to boot you out so you can talk crap about me behind my back. Like, you're going to talk crap anyways. But don't try to get me to boot you out to look like the bad guy because I'm running some kind of like cult over there, and I'm just like, if you don't agree with me, get out of my group. No, there's lots of people in my group that I don't agree with, but they're still there. Like, okay, like it's okay to have a difference of opinion. So I don't know why people feel that way. But again, if you yourself sell pins and you want Miss Coffee to check them out, hit me up in my inbox. You know how to reach me. It ain't no secret. What are y'all doing? Good night, Sarah. Thanks so much for coming to hang out. Pippa says, wait, where's the memo that we were in a cult? I don't know, Pippa. I don't know.
It was at the bottom of the Kool-Aid glass.
He said it's at the bottom of the Kool-Aid glass, apparently. Like, I don't get people, and it's like, and the whole time I'm sitting there, Rachel's just like, why are you being so nice? I don't know. I think it's just because I haven't had coffee. Like today, I didn't have coffee at my normal time. So I had you ever have an uncomfortable amount of energy? That was me all day today. And then I finally passed out right before I went live. And I was just like, nope, I've had enough. Like, I'm over here drooling on myself and everything. This didn't care about life. Just was like, you got this, Mr. Coffee. I'm out. Like, didn't care. But when I don't have coffee at a certain time, on some days, I'm super nice. And I'm like, I'm not going to be rude to people today. And then on some days, you catch these virtual hands. I'm sorry. Not really sorry. Because if you come at me in a way that you deserve to get hands, then you going to get hands. When I said Kool-Aid, is it a full moon? Probably. Like, my life revolves around coffee. And you guys, that coffee maker, oh my God, I love that coffee maker so much. It does take a while for it to heat up the water, but I think it only takes a couple more seconds longer than my Keurig. So I'm just like, eh. So I've been like nonstop using it like since I unboxed it last. I actually unboxed that last Saturday, and then I put the video up on Wednesday. Because that's my life now. Because with Mr. Coffee being, well, with him being home now, I don't have to worry about the long hours and doing everything by myself and all this other crap. Like, I can be like, oh, look, hey, you can help me walk the dogs. Or, hey, look, you can help me with your daughter. Please get her from trying to climb out the window. Like, but, of course, Maggie turns the crazy off when Daddy's home. And then she's just like, Daddy, Daddy. And I'm like, why can't you be that sweet for Mommy, Mommy? And she's like, because I like Daddy. You know what? Daddy didn't hold you in his belly for all these years. And then she was counting something on her thing. And she's trying to count it in her head. And I'm like, I can't see what you're doing when you do it in your head, okay? I had you in my belly for a whole 9 months. Count them, 9 of them. 9 months. I made you 2 hands. 2 whole hands. They both have 5 fingers. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both hands have 5. I want to visually see you use everything that I made for you. Your arms and legs and spine and head. I want to see you use all the things. Because I didn't spend all that time in misery and kidney stones for you to not use what I gave you. So use what your mama gave you. I want you to, like, you count on your fingers like a good girl. And she's like, okay, mom. 6, 7, 8. It's 8. I'm like, oh, were you just doing 2? Okay, now I feel bad that I made you count on your fingers 2 when she was just literally counting it in her head. I'm sorry. I used my coffee maker for the first time today. I love it too. It's awesome. See, I told you, Pawpaw. And it doesn't take up as much counter space. So like that's the big thing for me is I have decent amount of counter space, but I have a lot of appliances as well. So like I want something that's not going to take up half my countertop like all my other appliances do. So many books, so little time. Is gorgeous. Yes, it is. That little dragon, y'all didn't see behind the camera. If y'all, and this, okay, so this is one of the reasons, because there's some people on my channel that have this weird obsession with wanting to see my face. Now, if you want to see Miss Coffee's face, head on over to Instagram. I show my face on Instagram more than anything else. Like, that's most of the time where you're going to see, if you want to see my face, that's where you're going to see it, is on Instagram. And I had this lady say something about the coffee pot video because she didn't see my face. And I'm like, what is everybody's weird obsession with wanting to see my face? Go to Instagram. I show my face on Instagram. Especially now that I'm doing the reels. Definitely show my face on Instagram. So, I mean, I don't even show my face in like the Patreon vlogs and stuff. Like, I rarely ever, I don't think I have once yet showed my face on my store, on my vlog or anything. Usually they see me walk or they see the dogs walking. Exactly. My face ain't no dang old coffee pot. Y'all don't care here to see the face. And that's the sad part, okay? Y'all, if you have not been on my channel for a while, now me and Rachel's anniversaries are coming up. I can't remember when, which congratulations to Rachel Ray, by the way. She hit 25K fast. But I can't remember when she started, but it was only a day or two after I started. So I started September 12th. So technically tomorrow is my 2-year anniversary on YouTube. It's been a good 2 years. And I know this is because it's Maggie's birthday, and in one of my first videos that I did, I had mentioned that it was Maggie's birthday. It was the video where I think I had finished the diamond painting I was working on for my dad. I was kind of doing like an intro, get to know me whip and chat, and you saw my face in the video. If you see that video, I'm not even joking you. I think it's like the second video, the first or second video on my channel, minus my like actual introduction. If you see that video, you will see why I don't show my face. Okay, I'm too animated in my face. I get overly excited over the stupidest things. So like if you saw my face when I was doing stuff, even if I was trying to lie to you, I couldn't because my face, no. So even I was like, oh gosh, that's a cute image right there. Like where in my voice you're probably like, oh well, I wonder if she actually thinks it's cute. My face is saying, oh God, please throw it away, throw it into the fire. Like no, I'm too animated in the face. I will show it on Instagram. I can't show it on my channel. I can't do it. Y'all will pay more attention to my face than what's going on in the video, and then you'd be like, Miss Coffee, what happened in the video? I can't stop staring at the face you made at time marker 5.2 because you just made this weird look on your face like, oh my God, everything about that gives you diarrhea. Like, I'm just saying, like, and yeah, that's essentially how I describe this one look I have whenever I get kits from these companies that claim that they're quality kits. And it's like my brain gets mental diarrhea and I'm just like, oh God, no, what is this? Matter of fact, I have an unboxing for something like that coming up soon. So yeah, like, oh, thank you, everybody. I seen Skin Babies. What'd she say? Oh Lord, the demons are awake from their 6-hour nap. Are you talking about the Siamese kittens? Anxiety Art Adventures. There is a kit, and I don't know if you have it or not. I'm still catching up on videos. I don't think you have it. It's called Siamese Teas from Diamond Art Club. I don't remember if it's a round or a square, but it has Siamese cats, and it looks like your kitties. What's up, Vilma? Good night, Tracy. Is it Maggie's birthday today or tomorrow? Happy early birthday either way. Maggie's birthday is September 12th. So for me, it's tomorrow. For some of y'all, it's today. Some of y'all that live on the other side of the U.S., like across the lake. Of course I have it. You get your study on, Taylor. You make those good grades and come back and be like, Miss Coffee, thanks to you and your crazy antics, I was able to get through school, and now I'm going to be running for president. I'll vote for you. When you vote, when you run for president, come back and see Miss Coffee. I'll probably still be here working on the same kit. I want those kitties. They are cute little kitties. What's up, Purple Rain? Hey, hey. Matter of fact, y'all want to say happy birthday to Maggie? Hold on. Maggie! I don't know if she's going to come. She's playing with her brother. Oh, we might get her. Oh, she's asleep. She fell asleep. You want to come say hi to the peoples? Orion says he will come say hi to the peoples.
Hello, peoples.
Orion says hi to the peoples. Don't worry, it'll shake a little bit. But don't make it shake.
I will make it shake forever.
Everybody say hi, Orion. What are you doing?
Shake.
Orion, did you say happy birthday to Teddy the other day? You probably didn't see Teddy. Teddy probably wasn't online.
No, probably. I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
Well, next time you see Teddy, you'll have to tell him happy birthday. His birthday was yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, this little legend is killing me right now. Number 10. Okay, let's start off with something easy. Let's go with number 2. Stop shaking it.
Fine.
So yeah, so Maggie's little birthday is tomorrow. And I'm a little upset because you guys kept sending me, a lot of people kept sending it to me, even though I had already purchased them. It's a realistic shark, essentially. And there's an ad for it on Facebook and everything. And people kept sending it to me. I did get it for her. I bought it 2 months ago. It's in the US, but it's late. And so it got here on the 4th. Like it departed Chicago on the 4th. So it should have been here by now. So I don't know where it's at because, of course, the tracking is just saying that it's late. So it'll get here soon. But we did receive packages from Pippa and my parents and Minna's grandma or Minna's Graham. And I think Mr. Coffee's mom sent something. Like she has a bunch of stuff. And then, of course, Mr. Coffee. You can't send Mr. Coffee for stuff for Maggie for her birthday because he was just like, Maggie birthday stuff. Let's buy all the things. So we bought all the things, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the things, just 4 of each of the things.
Just 4 of each of the things, apparently. Yeah, the mail system is all kinds of messed up. But, y'all, I felt so good yesterday. 1, my Insomnia meds are in. Mr. Coffee was ever so nice to go pick them up from the pharmacy for me after I called my doctor. So I do have my Insomnia meds. I took the first dose of them last night. Y'all, why did I take that medicine? And immediately I was like, go to sleep, go to sleep. I was trying to do a shirt yesterday. And in my mind, I had made the shirt. But then in reality, I had not touched the shirt. And I ended up like just sitting on the couch, like half dozed off. And I'm like, okay, I gotta bed. The Insomnia meds make me feel drunk. You know how you're not that bad drunk where you're like wanting to be a chatty Cathy, but you're that good drunk where you just want to be left alone and you want to sit in a corner and fall asleep somewhere. That's the kind of drunk it makes you feel. So within like an hour of taking it, I was like, oh yeah, this is hitting hard tonight. This is hitting real. By 1:30, I looked at Mr. Coffee. I'm like, all right, I'm out. I can't hold my eyes open anymore. Like they're so heavy. I'm like walking into the wall and stuff, trying to like get to my bedroom because my eyes are so heavy. I can't hold them open anymore. I'm about ready to pass out in the middle of the floor and just be like, leave me here. I'll sleep here tonight. Like a stoner. Yep. Amitriptyline is what I take for my insomnia because it also helps with my blood pressure. I tried to tell a lady it wasn't my blood pressure that was making me feel dizzy all the time. It was the fact that I gained so much weight so quickly. And she's like, really? You haven't? She's like, you're still at a healthy weight for your height. You're very tall. She goes, so it evens itself out. I'm like Laffy Taffy. It's like somebody stretched me and all the fat is just evenly distributed through all the places. Like, I'll go back and watch my older videos because the only way I can tell if I'm gaining weight is if I look at my wrist in the videos. Like if I look at my hands, and there's one lady that always is just like, can I please put an 18-inch in your hand? And I'm like, and she says that, and normally you'd be like, what the hell does that mean? But when you live with an old-timey doctor, I knew what she was talking about. She's trying to give me an IV, and I'm like, no, stop looking at my veins when I'm talking. Well, I noticed that I gained weight when I looked at one of my videos, and I didn't see the veins in my hand as clearly as I normally do. And I'm like, oh God, I'm gaining weight. I better stop. Let me get one of those Fig Newtons one more time. Let me just eat the rest of these Fig Newtons real quick before I stop and gain weight. I'm just sorry. I'm just saying. You have the exact same scissors? A lot of people like my veins. I'm not sure why. I have a squirmy vein. And if by squirmy vein, I mean I can make it move. My bone makes it move, so it wiggles back and forth. And my dad would come up to me like, this is what it's like living with an old-timey doctor, okay? I would be sitting on the couch, okay, just minding my own business. My hands would be sitting there, and he'd come up to me and be like, yeah, that's a good one right there. That's a good one. I'm like, get the hell out of here. What are you doing? Stop trying to stab me. Thank you, Deborah. Fellow September baby, mine was this past Tuesday. Well, happy belated birthday, Deborah. Y'all say happy birthday to Deborah. Patty pie, right? I haven't had patty pie in months. Mr. Coffee, have I had any patty pie?
No.
Nope, I haven't. I've been good.
Unless you've been getting them on the down low, but I don't see you going out to the store like that.
Exactly. So I'm too lazy to go get it for myself. So I haven't had any. You got rolling veins? Yeah, because between this here and in my arm right here, you'll see the veins pop up and they'll just sit there. And my dad would come over and be like, yeah, that's a good vein. I'm like, these are not normal conversations to have with your child. Like, let me stab you in this vein real quick. That's a good vein for me to put an IV in. Let me just. I'm like, I feel like I'm a drug addict of some sort. Get out of here. Get away from me. Leave me alone. Like, making me self-conscious about my hands. But anyway, yeah, scissors. I don't remember. I think I got these scissors from Hobby Lobby. And then I got this key fob from Christy, which one of the pieces is missing, and I don't know where it's at. But I got the rest of the key fob. But I haven't seen Christy make key fobs in forever. Hint, hint, Christy. So like whenever she makes more, I'm gonna buy another one because I want another one because I have another set of scissors that I would like to have them on. Because it is nice because I do lose my scissors often, but it's easier to find with that scissor fob on it, and of course it matches. So. Gonna be 42. I just turned 36 at the end of August. January babies. I always felt bad for January babies. I am making me a Miss Coffee. Swiss Miss strong coffee, French vanilla coffee. It's delicious, isn't it? Oh, thank you, Enrich. I appreciate it. Andrew, is that you? January 22nd. Oh, goodness. What's up, Queen 2020? Queen 2020, we're going to need you to change your name to Queen 2021 so we don't think that you suck because this year is a dumpster fire. And I don't want to think of you and think of dumpster fire. So we're going to need you to switch that name around.
Or any other number in the world.
Any other number except for 2020. Like, you would think 2020 would have been lit. It's 2020. It's an even number.
Just put an exclamation point before the 2020.
It's one at this point, if we're not all bald by the end of the year, yeah, this whole year has been a dumpster fire. Like, I can't.
What are you talking about? I ain't going bald.
Wanted to say hi, Miss Coffee, Patty Pie Fun. Yes! Oh, don't worry, I'll get me some patty pie. It's getting colder out. If you notice, I usually only get the patty pie when it's colder outside. I don't get them when it's hot outside. I don't know what that is. Like, I think that's like the Southern girl in me. And it was funny because somebody was like, in my coffee video, somebody was like, tea isn't brewed, it's steeped. And I'm like, well, the Southern girl in me likes brewed tea. Thank you. Like, I don't get what people get by being nasty in comments. Like, I'm pretty sure she probably didn't mean to be nasty or anything. She's probably just letting me know that, you know, tea isn't brewed, it's steeped. And I'm like, I understand that it's steeped and some people like it that way, but I don't have the patience for that. Brew me tea and I'll make you some sweet tea, okay? Like, I'm a brewed tea type girl. I am not a steeped tea type girl. I was not raised that way. In the South, you brew tea to make sweet tea. Like, you get diabetes by the time you get to be an adult from all the sugar in the tea, but it's still delicious. And I was like, this lady must be from like the UK or something. Like I feel like that's something from like the UK, or I can't even say Australia, because for some reason in my head, when I think Australia, I think of Pippa. And Pippa, I don't think Pippa's Australian. I think she's Irish. Pippa, are you Irish? If I remember correctly, Pippa's Irish. But she lives in Australia because she got a man's.
Cheerio.
It's like grilled, broiled. Yeah, no, there's none of that. How long do I brew my tea for? I will usually brew it for about 3 minutes. And then I put a bunch of ice in a pitcher. And I let it melt the ice and swish it around to, like, you know, water it down so it's not as strong. Because at that time I was a small child. So I shouldn't have been having all that caffeine anyway. It's probably why I'm so hyper now. Ozzy. Oh, what's up, Saphira's mama? How you doing? How's the puppies? Where is the diamond placer wax crown from? The diamond placer wax crown is from a place called... because you asked that right at... Ooh, I found Wolfpack's image. You asked that right as I was sitting there thinking that... Oh, snap. I didn't... It's one of the few links that I forgot to put down below. I'll put it down below by the time we're done with live. It's from Pretty Placers over on Etsy. Let me see. I think she's out of stock right now, but she'll be having more stuff come into stock. So, if you are interested in getting a Pretty Placer, there's her Etsy shop. Pippa says, yeah, she lives in Tasmania, which... Ask Pippa how much I believed her when she told me she lives in Tasmania. I'm like, why are you lying? What the hell is Tasmania? Like, no, that's not a thing. Hold up, today's Friday. Oh, woo! Wolfpack Diamond Painting in the house. What up, Wolfpack? How's Killian? My huskies are wondering. Mr. Coffee, can you call Killian? Killian. He's being a lazy turd right now.
Who's a ripe melon?
He keeps calling him a ripe melon.
Ripe melon.
Okay, so let's see if we can get... I'm going to have to stand up. Daisy's right here. So you see the snoot right here. This is Daisy. Hi, Daisy. Hi, baby. This is Daisy. So let's see. Here's Daisy. Daisy. Hi, Daisy girl. Yes, they don't want to see it in your mouth. There's Daisy. That's my girl. There's Killian. There's the lazy bum right there. So, there's Killian on the floor. Killian is doing just fine. He's been doing really good this week. He is back on his... Okay, so we had a scare last week. He got really sick after I got off of live, and we weren't sure what was happening. So I called the vet and let them know the next morning that, you know, he had been getting sick and peeing all over the place and everything else. And they had us take him off his meds immediately. All meds were stopped. And then he spent all day Saturday last week throwing up and pooping all over the place. And then Sunday, he started feeling a little bit better. And he's been essentially back to his normal self. The infection has cleared up on his face. So as you saw in the picture that was posted as the thumbnail to this live, all the hair is back on his nose again. So he's back. Like, he has the fur back on his face. He is back on his zinc pills, but the doctor wants him to go on a it's not a diet, but I have to give him ground beef like every other day. Thank you for burping in my face, Daisy. I appreciate it. I have to give him ground beef like every other day. So he gets ground beef and rice. And thank you to everyone who suggested pill pockets. Speaking of that, he didn't get his today. Snap. So, yes, I did buy pill pockets right after live, and he gets his medicine in the pill pockets, and then I give him a little bowl of ground beef and rice, and he's happy as a pig in mud. So, like, he's been doing really good on his zinc pills. He takes 2 zinc pills instead of 3 now, but he's been doing really good on it. He hasn't had any issues, and he seems to be making a full recovery. The vet says they think he's going to be fine, so, yes, he's doing just fine. Yay! Welcome, Lori. Because of you, I have added the word snoots to my regular vocabulary. Yes. Boop the snoot.
Snoot-snoot-a-boopin'.
Snoot-snoot-a-boopin'. Hold up. Where's Diamond Paint with Ruby Q? Is she in here? I think she's going live tonight after me. If you haven't checked out Diamond Paint with Ruby Q, check her out. She went live after me last week. I don't know if she's going this week after me because she bacon grease. Also, bacon grease is good for their fur. It's funny that you said that, Maddie, because the pill pocket that I got, the flavor is bacon because that's one of his favorite things. Like, he's a complete fat kid for bacon. If he even smells you open a pack of bacon, he is right there. He will eat it any way you make it. He don't care. He loves bacon. He's like one of those dogs from the bacon commercial. It's bacon! She was live on Wednesday. Okay. What's up, Artistic Perspective? So yeah, so coming up this week, they have the testing for school. I'm also going to be talking to Maggie's teacher because Maggie has an IEP. So Orion grew out of his. His was for his speech, and then he grew out of the program. He was mad at me because he thought I told them that he didn't want to do it anymore. And I'm like, no, you grew out of it. You know how to talk now. And he's like, I always knew how to talk. I'm like, I know, but we couldn't understand you. You could understand yourself, but we couldn't understand you. And we're more important than you understanding yourself. So Maggie has an IEP, and one of the things with her IEP is to get her tested for dyslexia. I think she's a little bit dyslexic. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but I just want to make sure that she's okay because she's mixing up stuff that shouldn't be mixed up at her age. Like, she's 8, and she's still mixing up B's and D's. And I'm like, I don't think that's normal. So we're just going to have her tested. A pill pocket is this flavor putty stuff. It looks like molding clay. And what it is it's flavored with whatever flavor you get. They had like chicken and cheese and rice and bacon and all kinds of crazy beef. And you form it into a ball and you shove their pills in it and they eat it. And I'm like, this is not going to work. This is Killian. He is greedy, but he's also very slick. Killian will eat all the food around it and then spit the pill out because he knows you're going to give it to him again and he'll get more food. He's greedy. So when I first gave it to him and I swear to God, he just swallowed it. He was just like, oh. And I was like, did you just swallow that whole? Like, dog, you're supposed to chew your food first. What are you doing? And then after that, every day I gave it to him, he would just swallow it. He wouldn't even bother chewing it. He's like, it's so delicious, I can't even bother to swallow, or to chew it. I'm just gonna swallow it whole. So yeah. Oh, real quick. So as you guys saw, my mailman is back. Mr. Jerry is back. He's back on his thing. He goes, this is what happened. This is what I get for trying to take a day off. The day he comes back, I get a message from him. Now, I'm not expecting a message from him because I'm thinking I done got him in trouble because he's doing stuff he's not supposed to be doing. Mr. Jerry said, F them, F this job. If they don't like it, they can find somebody else. Knowing that they can't find nobody else right now, Mr. Jerry's like, #petty. And I'm like, huh? He goes, I got a package for you. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll go out. It's a package that could have fit in my mailbox. And he goes, don't even worry about it. He goes, I'm not worried about them. They ain't gonna, what they gonna do? Fire me? He goes, I've been here for so long. They can go ahead and fire me. I'll just go into retirement early. And I'm like, oh, okay. He goes, I don't care. So he hands me like this little envelope that could have fit in the mailbox. And he goes, how do you say it on your channel? #petty. I'm like, oh, Mr. Jerry, you watch my channel? So, like, yeah, Mr. Jerry's back. He's been handing me packages all week. Minus the one day I didn't even get any mail. So, yeah, I'm super excited. And to find out he actually watches my channel, I'm just like, Mr. Jerry, you watch my channel? His wife is a crafter. So, like, he introduced her to my channel because she likes the darn good yarn boxes. So, like, she likes to see what comes in them. And he told her that, I have a YouTube channel and I'm unboxing them all the time. So she started watching, and I guess they watch together now, which is really cute. So, yay, Mr. Jerry. My daughter had to make the rice and hamburger for her dog recently. Really, Diane? Yeah, I don't usually give my dogs people food because their stomachs just can't handle it. Like, they have very sensitive stomachs, and anytime I've tried giving them people food, they've gotten so sick off of it. So I don't usually give them people food. So when he said hamburger, I'm thinking, great, I'm going to be waking up to him pooping in the house all week. Nope. Surprisingly, it hasn't torn up his stomach at all. And he has normal poops. and he's not having any problems eating or drinking, and he's not peeing all crazy like he was before. Y'all, you know how embarrassing it is to have a dog that pees for 3 minutes straight? Like, he would be literally would be peeing for so long that he, like most male dogs, he lifts his leg to pee. He would just put his leg down and pee on himself because at this point he just didn't care because he got tired of standing there. Like, that's how long this dog was peeing. And people would be like driving by and see him just standing there peeing. And I'm like, are you done yet? Like, can you pinch it off real quick and we can go to a different spot and you can pee some more? Because this is kind of embarrassing standing in the same spot. Now, I shouldn't be worried about being embarrassed that my dog is peeing. But when you're standing in the same spot and you try to look gangster outside so nobody messes with you, but your dog peeing for 3 minutes straight in the same spot, he can't even hold his leg up for that long. So his leg get tired and he gets lazy and just puts his leg down. Yeah, you got some problems. I just say you got some problems. Oh, there he is. Killian. So here's Mr. Killian. Feeling better, huh? Can you see his nose is all cleared up? Yay. And you can see right there on his eye where the hair was missing off his eye. Wolfpack says, hi, Killian. He's such a sleepy doggy. Hi, bud. He's like, you brought me over here with promises of food. I don't see food. What is happening? So yeah, so the hair is growing back on his eyelid and his snout. So he's doing good. He's doing really good. Hey, Killian Jones. Now he's just over here chilling. Are you camera shy? Every time I bring the camera near him, he turns his head. Go get daddy. Because I know that's where you're going. And then, of course, we got Daisy Snoot. Daisy Snoot. No, don't. No, because you ate the last crown. No. Yes, if that's another warning. If you get these pretty placers, which don't worry, if she's out of them now, make sure to click on the heart so you can be notified whenever she gets more stuff in stock, because she will be stocking up soon. I just saw it on her Instagram yesterday. I think that was yesterday. But watch out if you have dogs, because these crowns are scented, and Daisy ate the top off of one of my crowns. I shouldn't say Daisy ate it. Maggie fed it to her because Maggie thought it was a snack. Because the one smells like pink lemonade, and apparently she thought that it'd be funny to feed it to Daisy. I was wondering why Daisy was pooping out pink stuff, and then I find out that she had fed Daisy one of my pretty placers. So, if you have pets, just be careful of the pretty placers. Your dog ate patty wax. Daisy won't eat the patty wax, but apparently she loves the pretty placers. She loves the pretty placers, and she loves my the pretty placers and my drills. I don't know what it was about with that one pack of Diamond Art Club drills, but she ate the entire bag of drills, and she was pooping out sparkly diamonds for like 3 days. Problem was that I was worried about is she pooped out the diamonds. She never pooped out the bag. So I'm like, where'd the bag go? And I figured if Mr. Coffee was around when she pooped out the bag, he would have been like, hey, your dog pooped out a whole bag. But he didn't say nothing about her pooping out a bag. So I'm just kind of like, okay, maybe one day we'll see the bag. Still to this day, we have not seen the bag. But that's been about 6 months now. So I'm guessing that if she didn't poop it out by now, it's gone. Brooke says she's trying out her first patty wax now, and she's loving it. Yeah, I like patty wax SS. That's my jam. But that stuff is incredibly Hulk strong, so you got to watch out because it will steal your husband and your kids and your dog and your house. Like, it will steal all your stuff, so you got to watch out. I don't know what Robin put in it, but like sugar and spice and all things nice, and then a little bit of Incredible Hulk glue. Like, I feel like I could put the patty wax SS on a hole, or to make a boat or something. Like, you see that Flex Seal commercial with that guy. I feel like if you replace Flex Seal with patty wax SS, it'd be the same thing. You can make it and fill a boat. You just spread it in the boat. Like, I don't know what she put in it, but that gorilla from the Gorilla Glue commercial is probably crying right now, hoping that she doesn't market it in as a adhesive, because at this point, it'll steal your wig off your head and everything. Like, it don't care about life. It really don't. But with that said, folks, it is my time to get going. I have a birthday party to get ready for tomorrow. And I feel bad because I really wanted to do the, like, have the police and stuff come by the house. But with Maggie's epilepsy, I'm too afraid that all the flashing lights and noise won't spark a seizure. So I didn't call to have them do a parade for her. But we'll do our own parade if I have to get Mr. Coffee to just keep driving around the block. What are you doing? I'm doing I'm a parade of one by myself for my daughter. Leave me alone. He just drive by flashing his lights on and off in the daytime. And look at that. We made it, and it was only one live. We didn't have to start up part 2. Yes. So, folks, thank you guys so much for coming out. I do greatly appreciate it. Thank you to each and every one of you who super chatted. If I saw it, if I didn't see it, I'm sorry. Again, chat goes by really fast, and it does hurt my... I do literally get headaches from trying to keep up with chat, which is why I don't look over too often. I know it's annoying when you go into a chat and the person isn't reading your comment off, but I do apologize. There's a lot more of you than there is of me. But I would like to thank you all for joining me tonight and all the crazy. I will finish this up and put up a picture on Instagram so that you guys can see what it looks like. I will also put up a picture in the group. So if you're not a part of the group, Crafters Anonymous with Miss Crochet and Coffee and Rachel Ray, please join us. All you have to do is multiple choice answer questions and click I agree to the rules, and it should automatically kick you into the group where you can share all your crafty goodness. It's not just for diamond painting, folks, because the world is more than diamond painting. Maggie? Killian woke her up. Killian, did you wake up that baby? Maggie, come here. Is she still awake, or did she go back to sleep? Maggie, you want to come say bye to the peoples? Yes. Hold on, y'all. She's struggling.
She's trying to hold her.
Y'all stay hydrated out there in them streets. Come here, Maggie Pie.
She's trying to pull her pants down.
Well, they're not going to see your leggies.
Obviously.
Y'all, my daughter thought she was Mary J. Blige. She went and put one of those temporary tattoos on her thigh. I'm like, what is you doing with your life?
Hi.
No, say bye to the peoples.
Bye. And a hi.
Here's our little birthday girl. Say hi. You gonna say hi? Are you gonna help me do the bye-byes? Yeah? All right, come sit on my lap so they can actually see your hands this time. So say thank you for everybody for coming out. Oh, no, put your leg underneath the table. Okay, you get it. Okay, we're getting it together, guys. We're getting it together. Ugh. So thank you for everybody for coming out. We greatly appreciate you coming out and visiting us every Friday night right here. Same time, same channel. Woo! See, we got a little birthday we got to celebrate tomorrow, so we got to go. We have a unicorn cake to decorate and all the fun stuff to wrap for the birthday party tomorrow. So whose birthday is it? Me. So yes, so thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you for all who super chatted. Thank you to all my Patreons who help support the channel month after month. I greatly appreciate it. Love you all. But with that said, I must now bid you adieu. But not before reminding you that if you're new to the channel and would like to see more random crazy videos just like this, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified anytime I randomly decide to put up a video. And believe me, it's random. But with that said, folks, I now must really bid you adieu. But not before reminding you, like I always try to. Be kind, be courteous, be cool. Hope you guys have a happy and safe weekend, and we will catch you guys next week. Bye, guys. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.